Southampton 2, Liverpool 3. The Reds are 8 points clear at the top of the table. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Yesterday's video is going to be the not so instant match reaction to Liverpool's big 3-2 victory over Southampton this afternoon, in which the Reds moved 8 points clear of Manchester City, following, of course, City's embarrassing defeat at the hands of Tottenham yesterday. Goals from Dominic Szoboszlai and 2 from Mohamed Salah helped the Reds towards a 3-2 victory in a game in which everybody was expecting us to wipe the floor with Southampton. It proved to be anything but simple and easy for the Reds, as Southampton did manage to not only equalise but also lead the game for a period of time before the inevitable, the phenomenal Mohamed Salah once again rescued Liverpool, snatching defeat from snatching victory from the jaws of defeat, I guess you could say, to say the least. Fantastic from him. We're going to get into the performance. We're going to get into the result. The Reds are back, and we are now 8 points clear at the top of the table. Let that just sink in. We are in November, and the Reds are 8 points clear and sitting pretty at the top of the table. Before we get into all of that, though, and we'll talk about the game and everything, I would like to remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you are new. Both things always and very greatly appreciated. Get involved in the comment section below as well. Let me know your thoughts, your comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it. I'm sure we'll make for great and interesting reading down below. So please do use and abuse that comment section, people, and talk to me. It would be great to hear what you have to say on everything. So please do get involved. Would love to hear from you all. Without further ado, let's go on with the video. Let's talk Liverpool. Let's talk Southampton. Let's talk the game and the result that played out before our very eyes this afternoon at St Mary's. Look, first of all, let me just say, job's done. Job's a good one. With what happened yesterday, Arsenal winning, Man City obviously losing, we needed to take advantage more of that than, of course, the Arsenal game. And we needed to put ourselves in the best possible position before we face Manchester City next Sunday. The performance may leave a little bit more to be desired, but the result is what matters at the end of the day, and we certainly did get that. As far as what I thought about the performance, look, there are causes for concern during that game. We didn't have as much control as we have done in previous games. That's a bit of a concern. I think teams are starting to work us out just that little bit more as we go through. We certainly can't play like that constantly and consistently and expect to get the same kinds of results. But against Southampton, a relegation candidate, with all things considered and with all due respect, you can get away with playing the way that we did today. We weren't amazing. We weren't great. Yes, we did create chances. Yes, we did have opportunities. But Southampton also had opportunities themselves, and I think against better opposition, maybe would have been a bit more. It would have been a bit more concerning than it would if it had been, as it was proven today, Southampton. With, like I say, with all due respect, it wasn't a fantastic performance by any stretch of the imagination. It wasn't great, and I think the best way I can describe it is it was a very typical post international break performance from Liverpool. We never normally hit the ground running following an international break. It normally takes us about a game or two to really get up to speed and get the wheels in motion for us to start, performing the way that we know we can. Today's performance was exactly that. It wasn't amazing. There were some moments and flashes here and there. We got to grips with the game a little bit more as the second half wore on. We got a bit more control of the game. We had some opportunities. Like I say, Darwin Núñez almost finding Luis Diaz in the second half. Salah hitting the inside of the post. That kind of thing. Very unfortunate. But apart from that, like I say, there were moments of concern where Southampton, of all teams, really could have caused us much more of a concern than what they actually did do. We start off, though, we get the first goal. We press them into making a horrific mistake at the back. Goalkeeper rolls out to his defender. Defender's panicking all over the place because Liverpool are pressing them. The ball eventually falls to Dominic Szoboszlai, and it's a beautiful finish. And I've been very critical of Dominic Szoboszlai this season, but if his output continues, like the way that he showed he can finish there in that moment, then hopefully this could be the beginning for him. Because I think that obviously needs to add more to his game. If he is to be that more advanced midfielder, he obviously needs to add more output to his game, more consistency in that area to his game. I have no problem with his work rate. I have no problem with his interceptions and all of that stuff. No problem whatsoever with that. I know that he can carry that kind of industrious side of the job out to the best of his ability. I just have a problem with, if he's going to be our main attacking midfielder, I have concerns that he is not posting the kind of numbers that you would expect from your attacking midfielder. Arne Slot knows that himself. He's called it out himself. I'm sure that Szoboszlai knows that as well. So if this can be the beginning for him, fantastic. Because I thought otherwise he had a very good performance. He was one of the few Liverpool's men that can hold their heads up high for quite a good performance, other than Mohamed Salah himself in terms of scoring goals. But I thought, other than getting the goal, I thought he had a very good performance in terms of work rate and pressing and all of that kind of stuff that we know he can do with his eyes shut. But yes, the output side certainly needs some work and definitely needs some more attention to. And then you're thinking, right, step on their throats. Don't let them up, suffocate them, and get this game done and dusted. We don't really do that. We don't really go for the kill. And Southampton go on to equalise in somewhat controversial circumstances. Andy Robertson is judged to have fouled a Southampton player. The question is whether it was outside the box or inside the box. It's a definite foul. But it seems like it's right on the line. Or at least it starts before the line and carries on over the line. And I'm not 100% sure what the kind of wording of the rule is, but I don't... It created a lot of debate, a lot of controversy, and I've seen it multiple times. I've seen multiple different camera angles. I've seen multiple different still shots of the moment, seemingly, of contact. A lot of people claiming it happened outside the area, so they don't understand the reason why the penalty was given. A lot of people claiming because it carried on inside the area, the contact happened inside the area. In that regard, it's a penalty. I'm still 50-50 in it, man. Like, I genuinely do not know, and that is why. And I know I've criticised referees a lot, but that is why I kind of agree why the referee stuck by his original decision. And I know a lot of Liverpool fans will not like me for that, but the protocol was followed. There's no clear and obvious evidence to suggest it's definitely outside, because a lot of people were looking at the feet and it seemed like it was the knees that made contact. And it just seemed like it was right on the line. And I think if it's right on the line, again, where do you draw the line? Because if the ball goes over the line, it's a definite goal kick, throw in, whatever. If a player falls on the line, that's technically not inside the box, is it? Technically it's not, because the box is the outline, inside would be inside. I don't know. It is so controversial and it is so 50-50. And I can guarantee you this as well. I can guarantee you that there will be, maybe not next week, maybe not the game week after, but maybe some point down the line during the season, I can guarantee you there will be some sort of incident like this, because this is just the inconsistencies of the refereeing standards we have, that there will be a similar incident to this, and I can guarantee you that will be given as a free kick. That will be given as a free kick instead. I can understand why the referees and VAR decided to award the penalty, stick with the on-field decision of the referee. I can 100% get behind that on some sort of level. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I've seen it from different camera angles. I've seen different still shots. One before, one after, seemingly contact. I genuinely cannot for the life of me tell you honestly what I'm thinking. Because part of me is saying it's not a penalty. It's on the line. It has to be over the line for it to be a penalty. And part of me is also thinking they were right to stick with the on-field decision. I don't know. It's the massive talking point. It's the major controversy of this game. I personally do not have a clear answer for you. So I'm kind of happy to stick by the referee's decision on this one if they can properly justify it. I don't know. I really do not know. It is very, very, very controversial, and it's like a 1 in a million chance of happening, right? Like, it's very rare that these are given or not given in the Premier League. So, yeah, I'm happy to let it lie. Kelleher was extremely unlucky. He makes a very good save, but unfortunately the ball rebounds into the path of the penalty taker. The penalty taker sticks it into the back of the net. We're level back at 1-1. Into an interval we go, and then after the interval, Southampton take the lead. 2-1, bit of a counter-attacking goal. Liverpool get men back, but it's just they're not in the right areas to snuff out the counter-attack. Like, Dibling's ball over. The guy takes it a little bit wide, so he has to check him back. Everyone's ball watching. No one's picking up the free man in the penalty area, and the Southampton striker puts the ball into the back of the net. Kelleher stood no chance. He was wrong-footed, stood no chance. Right into that corner, a perfect finish from the Saints attacker. And then you're thinking, right, Liverpool got to shape up now. This is embarrassing. No disrespect to Southampton again, but Liverpool can't be losing to Southampton when the golden opportunity presents itself to go 8 points clear. And especially with tough games for the likes of City this weekend, and we're against, with all due respect, a relegation candidate in Southampton, we had to really shape up. And once again, the man, the myth, the legend, the inevitable, the phenomenal Mohamed Salah steps up. Long ball over the top from Konate. It's a brilliant finish. It's a brilliant touch. I don't know where the goalkeeper's going. The goalkeeper's caught in no man's land. I don't know whether it was windy, so the ball got held up in the air, or what kind of situation was happening. But it's a long ball over the top, and the goalkeeper just runs out like he's just going to run out and catch it, or run out and kind of head the ball clear, or whatever. I don't even know what he's doing. But Salah, it seems to just drop to Salah, and Salah with a perfect touch just nudges it into the back of the net. And it's 2-2. We're back on level terms. And now we're thinking, go for the kill. Go for the kill. Go for the kill. Get the win. Get the 3 points. And get the hell out of there. And what has not been a best performance, but once again, champions win. We go. These are kind of performances and results that have made champions down the years. We did it when we won the title several years ago. We had these kind of games where we'd leave it late and win the game. City have done it numerous times. United used to do it time and time again during the Sir Alex Ferguson era. We know these kinds of results make champions. And again, we pressured, we got a penalty. People are saying, how can it be handball? The guy literally moves his hand and his arm towards the ball to stop the ball from going to Luis Diaz, who is arriving at the back post. It is, in my opinion, a stonewall penalty. It's not like some of the other decisions of handball that have gone this season, whether it be in the Premier League, whether it be in the Champions League, even some in the Europa League as well, that are very, very controversial. This one, in my opinion, is a stonewall penalty. And Mohamed Salah makes absolutely no mistake in smashing the ball into the top corner from 12 yards. Perfect from Salah. And I guess you could say result-wise, perfect from Liverpool. But performance-wise, leaves a lot to be desired. Like I say, there were a few stand-up performances there. Most of them were poor. It did seem like your standard post-international break kind of performance. So I'm not going to go too deep into the performance. I'm not going to be critical of everything. But what I will say is it was incredible, the reaction of certain Arsenal fans online that were picking holes in the performance, that were, going, ooh, there are certain things about this Liverpool performance that are weak and obviously could crumble at any moment. They should drop points very soon. Yeah, we probably will drop points at certain stages of the season. We're not probably going to go on a completely winning streak from now until the end of the campaign. I'm just troubled as to why you're picking holes in it. Why are you so threatened by us? No Arsenal fan was seemingly scared of us at the beginning of the season. So, what's changed? Is it the fact we're 8 points clear at the top of the table? I'm just saying, that's all. I'm just saying it's a bit weird. I'm just saying it's a bit weird that you're now laser focused on our games and seemingly going over them with a fine-tooth comb to pick apart certain aspects. Look, no Liverpool fan will tell you that every game this season has been perfect. No Liverpool fan is going to sit here and be deluded enough to tell you that that performance especially was perfect. But I've been watching Liverpool all my life. I can honestly say that a post-international break Liverpool normally performs like that. I'm sure there are going to be exceptions. I'm sure certain people will go, well, actually, a couple of years ago after the November international break, we smashed a certain team 6-0 or whatever. I'm sure there has been times like that. But for the most part, post-international break Liverpool normally struggles. Normally struggles. And we did here. And we would have done against any opposition, whether it be top of the table or bottom of the table. But we got through this game with 3 points. And after yesterday, with City happening and everything, and Arsenal, of course, getting back to winning ways, we needed that. We definitely needed that. And that's what we've got. And now we've got an 8-point cushion going into next week's game against Manchester City, which, of course, is going to be massive, monumental. If we get 3 points there, that is 11 points clear of City. That is going to be huge. That is a 4-game swing. We are on a 3-game swing right now. That will make it a 4-game swing. And especially with us being at Anfield, them not being in the best of form as well, we need to go for the kill. And like I said earlier, this performance wasn't great, but what makes Liverpool great and the way that I have watched this team grow in the past several years is the fact that we are at our best when we are constantly on the move, when we're constantly going, when we're going from game to game to game to game. Not this week's break nonsense, not this 2 weeks break nonsense. We are so much better when we go game, few days off, game, few days off, game, few days off, game. Now that the midweek games are coming in thick and fast, now that we've got Premier League games that are going to be played in midweek, now that we've got Carabao Cup games that are coming up in midweek, now that we've got Champions League games coming up midweek, that is where I think you'll see this Liverpool side not only rotate, squad management is obviously key during this period of time, but it's where you'll see the momentum get carried into the legs of those players, into the belief of those players, into the mindset and the heart of those players. And momentum will just carry them forward. And we've seen that time and time again. And the best teams do that. The best teams work strategies out to combat that kind of fixture list, but also to keep it in the legs, in the minds, in the hearts of them. And I think that Liverpool will only continue to get better as the season wears on, as the games keep coming thick and fast. Yeah, once again, Mohamed Salah, phenomenal. Once again, Mohamed Salah, give the guy whatever the hell he wants to stay at this club. Tie his contract down ASAP. I'm talking tomorrow. Get in that negotiation room and say, right, you write the figure down on the piece of paper. You also give us an idea of what you would like in terms of, would you like stakes in the club? Would you like the freedom of Liverpool? Would you like your own private island, private jet, whatever the hell he wants? Give that him. Because he's showing no signs of slowing down. He's showing no signs of declining anytime soon. And the guy is dragging us through these games. Yes, it does, again, seem a little bit hard to say, but he kind of is. And he's that damn good that he's going to continue. I'm not under any illusion that we lose Salah and everything just dies for us. Everything just comes to a complete standstill. But he is obviously a massive part of this squad. Massive part of this squad. And for me, yeah, we need to tie him down ASAP. That's kind of like my final bit on Mohamed Salah. But look, like I say, not a great performance from the Reds, but the win is a win, and it's all that we came there for, and we got that perfectly. Liverpool are 8 points clear going into their game next weekend against Manchester City. They could potentially make it 11 points clear of City by the time next week comes around. Personally, cannot wait for that one. I think this is a perfect time to be playing City, and I think we have to smell blood and go for the kill. We have to smell blood there, go for the kill, especially with us being at Anfield as well. We have to go all guns a-blazing. Those are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of Liverpool versus Southampton today? What do you make of Liverpool's big 3-2 win over the Saints today? What do you make of them going 8 points clear at the top of the table? Would love to know what you guys are thinking and feeling. Your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it. We'll make for great and interesting reading down below in that comment section. So please do get involved down there. Otherwise, hit the like button on the way up if you enjoy the video. Subscribe if you are new or want to see more content like this. Both things are always and forever be greatly appreciated. And as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening. I've been Fletch. This has been another not so instant match reaction to Liverpool's 3-2 victory over Southampton. The Reds are 8 points clear at the top of the table and sitting very, very pretty indeed. Thank you all for your continued support, whether it be continued or brand new. Absolutely amazing. Love you all so much. And I will see and speak to you all again soon in another video or live stream or whatever it may be. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your night. Speak to you again very soon.